How's everybody doing today? Everybody's having a good day today. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Rocking and rolling. Alright guys, how we doing? It's your boy, it's Joe. Alright, so let's we're gonna be wrapping up IPv6 today. I know we finished the last chapter. We finished the last chapter last night, but I just want to do another quick review on it. Yeah, I just want to do another quick review on it, and then we're gonna move finally into wireless technology there, guys. I just wanted to show you guys a couple things real quick that I actually been working on. I worked on this today. I was actually going to stream this today. I'll stream it. I'll end up streaming it. But I made these right here, guys. I don't know if you guys can see these pretty well. Yeah, you guys can see these pretty well. So what my idea is obviously I'm going to make them a little bit bigger. But what eventually they're going, what I've at least got the idea of is to make these as like visual aids and stuff like that, to help with the stream and stuff like that. So you know how I like doing the whiteboarding and stuff like that. My idea is to obviously to make this just a little bit bigger, and then stick a magnet on there, and then when we do whiteboarding sessions and stuff like that, instead of my awesomeness, my awesomeness drawings that you guys probably love to see me do, I can use these as representation of switches. Here's switch 1 right here. Here's R1 right here. You know what I'm saying? And I made these in Blender. Because I've used Blender quite a bit. I've made some stuff in Blender and stuff like that. I love Blender. Obviously, I got to spend some more time in Blender to get better at Blender. But Blender's another neat program. But what was I gonna say? So yeah, I made them in Blender, and then I threw them over into I can never remember the name of this stinking program. Cura, Ultimate Cura, and that's what gets you. That's what turns it into like a ready to print 3D a 3D slicer programmer. Yeah, I guess that's the best way I can put it, because it helps build a program that guides what the layers and stuff like that should be like, and how it should be built inside of it, stuff like that. Where Blender is just obviously like the 3D image and stuff like that. So I was actually gonna stream this today, because today I had made, where's the original one? I had originally, this was version 1 here of the router. All right, and there were supposed to be arrows on here, but the arrows didn't come out when I had cut it or sliced it, whatever you want to call it, originally. So I went back into Blender, and I actually did that today. And again, I was going to stream that today. And then I made the arrows better. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of lifted up. I moved where R1 was and stuff like that. And I'm kind of trying to get for the look like you would see this type of a look in like GNS3 or Cisco Packet Tracer or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to go for that look that you would generally see in one of those types of programs and stuff like that. So when you see them on my board as a visual cue, you would say, okay, well, this is a router and this is a switch. Simple enough, right? You know what I'm saying? We'll make a couple more of these. And tell me what you guys think and stuff like that. I've been putting everything on my Discord too. So I got the Blender files, and then I got the STL files too on Discord. I made a little I call it the 3D print zone category on my Discord server, where I'll be putting the pictures, and then I'll be putting the files too, because I got a pics, and then I got a file page too as well, where I'll be dumping all the files and stuff like that for these 3D prints and whatnot. So yeah, just some more neat stuff. Just some more neat stuff to add to the stream. And again, you can see the 3D printer. I got it all set up back there. I got the little my little board too, which is all ready to go, and I got another webcam. I got another webcam right here ready to go for it. So when we start shooting that, you guys will be able to see that see that 3D printer going into action and stuff like that. So that should be pretty neat. Again, just adding some more flavor to the stream here. You know, again, just looking for feedback from you guys. See how that is. If it's too much of a distraction, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll not do it during these types of streams, or if it isn't, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's something that we can incorporate into these streams and stuff like that, instead of just being their one-off type streams. But obviously, I don't want to take away from the CCNA studies. That's the most important thing for me. You know what I'm saying? So today, again, we're gonna do a review. I'm already on it. Good. Today we're gonna be doing a review, and I'm just an FYI too. I'm feeling a little bit better. I've been pretty sick the last couple of days, and I've been slowly starting to feel better. Today I'm starting to feel a lot better than I have been feeling over the last couple of days. Still getting these crazy severe headaches and these crazy body aches, but you know, taking care of the body, you know what I'm saying, taking care of myself, you know, trying to get as much rest as possible, and stuff like that. So hopefully by the end of this week I can be back to normality, whatever normality is for me. But yeah, so instead of having Cisco Modeling Lab up today, because we're gonna start getting into wireless stuff. We got Packet Tracer up and stuff like that. So Packet Tracer, we can do some wireless labbing and stuff like that. And as well too, guys, that'll be up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna post those labs on my Discord as well too, guys. So again, I'm trying to incorporate that as much as possible into these streams. That way you guys get the most. You guys at any moment can get any of this information that we're doing right at your fingertips. You know what I'm saying, guys? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it a more interactive type of a stream too. Yeah. So other than that, again, you know, hope you guys dig these. I have some other future plans for these too as well. Maybe if I start making like whole sets and stuff like that, maybe we'll do like a giveaway or something like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because that'd be something fun to do too. I'm also trying to look at some. I gotta wait for a little bit more time till I get a little bit more. I think of a fan base, because I've already tried to reach out to some companies for like affiliate type programs with other companies and stuff like that. Because what I wanted to try to do is try to get something like that set up so I can do like giveaways for books and stuff like that, and stuff like in testing software for you guys too during these streams. Because again, I think that would be a benefit to you guys as much as it would be a benefit for me. It'd be a benefit for you guys as well if I can get something like that set up, so that way we can do giveaways and you know, give you guys away some books and some software codes and stuff like that. That way you guys can, you know, be more prepared for when you guys go for these tests and exams and further in your career and IT and whatnot. So hopefully that kind of stuff will be coming down the pipeline. That's what I'm aiming for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm aiming for. Again, I'm trying to be super progressive about where I'm trying to take this direction that I want this stream to take, and it's that direction I want it to go into. So yeah. So, yeah, guys, we're almost at as for Twitch wise, we're almost at affiliate. Even though, yeah, I got the I've completed the 50 followers goal there, which is part of it. And thank you guys very much for getting me across that. That was a hurdle in itself to get me across that finish line. What's stumping me now is I don't have the amount of average viewership per stream. But that's coming. It's been getting a heck of a lot better. And I appreciate you guys spending as much time as you guys have been with me. So we're getting there, guys. The stream is getting there, guys. All right. So let's do a review, guys. Let's do a review. Let me pull up YouTube. Again, you guys out there on YouTube, if anytime you guys I always try to be inclusive for you guys too. Let's do it. Let me just say hello to everybody on YouTube. Hello, YouTubers. See if anybody responds back to that. Oh, snap. Hold on. Oh, did that come up on the, it did too. That's cool. That came up on the, oh, that's cool that it came up on that. I didn't know they would do that. But that's neato. All right. What do I get written on? Oh, I got that written on. Let's fix that real quick. Oh, I should have never commented. I should have never said anything on the YouTube one. Everybody left. That's what I get, huh? All right. Pause that music. All right. So we're going to do chapter 22, 23, 24, and 25 there. This will, and what I guess my plan is if I start getting stumped on questions, we're going to go back into the book. We're going to review some of the stuff that we're getting stumped on because I really need to knock IPv6 out of the park here. One of those things that I it's like I was struggling. As much as I was like confident in the beginning of IPv6, is like I was struggling for part of the way now. So let's do this. Let's do this a review, guys. All right, which of the following is not a solution for the IPv4 address shortage? So develop of IPv6, that's definitely a solution. Subnet and broadcast addressing, not so much. More careful and reduce addressing assignments to businesses, that's pretty much a solution. And then NAT's a solution. So let's go with subnet broadcast. How many subnets can be created in one hex character in an IPv6 address? So it's 16. All right. What is the correct representation of an IPv6 address here? Let's get my little handy schmandy Maki marker. How's this one looking? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, not that one. 1, 2, 4. That one's looking promising. What do we got here? Nope, not that one. Because there has 2 double colons. Not allowed. And then W, Y, and Z, definitely not a hex digit there. Okay. All right, which of the following answers are valid abbreviations of the address? Yada, 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 yada. We got to select 2 answers. I know these are kind of the same questions we've done before, but it helps us just lock some of these fundamental knowledge into our brains, guys. So we got 2,000. All right, we got 1, 2, 3. Now we can abbreviate that out as a double colons here. 1, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0. What we got? It's not the first one. Definitely not that one. That would work, and that would work. Okay. The last 2. Okay. Host A is in one Ethernet VLAN. It needs to communicate using IPv6 to host B, which is in another Ethernet VLAN. Which answer best describes the protocol used by host A to learn the layer 2 address of host B? Now, in IPv6, yes, they'll be using NDP, but only if they were in the same broadcast domain, the same subnet, the same VLAN. Okay, ARP. That would be similar to it's very similar to NDP, but in cases of IPv4. Okay, OSPF version 3. That's obviously IPv6 OSPF version, and that is only it has nothing to do with finding or learning layer 2 information. OSPF broadcasts routes and stuff like that between routers, so routers can learn routes from other routers via LSAs, link state advertisements. Okay, all right. So it's going to be no protocol is used. A does not learn B's MAC address. Okay. All right. Which of the following answers are true about the rules for abbreviating an IPv6 address? Abbreviating is the process of making the IPv6 backwards compatible. Nope. Trailing zeros within the set of 4 hex digits between the colon can be removed. No, it's only leading zeros. Leading zeros, yes, leading zeros. We gotta select 2 answers. Multiple consecutive groups of zeros between 2 colons can be replaced by colon in one location. Yes. Okay. Multiple location. No. IPv6 represents a binary IPv6 address using hex characters. Which of the following binary strings represents C and E? C and E. All right. So, if we were to go down the line, A equals 10, B equals 11, 12. So it'd be 12, 12, 13. All right. Now to figure out the hex to binary like conversion on that. All right, C and E. All right, so if we were pretty much to go binary to binary, if we were to go up and do the whole binary scale here, all right. I guess we can do it real quick. So obviously you have, let me just get the calculator so I can best describe it to you guys. This is best to see it on a calculator. All right, so if we have, obviously, we have hex 1 equals binary 1. All right, that's represented here, okay? And then if we did take that out, 2, so 0, 1. All right, 3, again, 1, 1. 4, again, we're just moving up on that, okay? Now, again, we can erase that. Now, remember, A equals 10. So binary 10 is 1, 0, 1, 0, okay? All right, B, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so can we guess what C is going to be? C is going to be 1, 0, 1, 1. Yeah. Yeah, 1, 1, 0, 0. All right, 1, 1, 0, 0. Then again, if we were to go to E, it's C and E, right? Yeah, C and E. So we'd have D, that'd be 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. And then E, 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay, so if we wanted the conversion for C and E, we're just looking at 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. All right, and that's represented right here. All right, identify the first hex digit of a link local address in an IPv6 network. Link local. So link local, we're always looking for the FE80 for link local addresses, okay? All right, which of the following succinctly describes the specific range typically used for the Ionic global IPv6 address, okay? Now this one kept getting me, okay? And it'd be the 2000 : /3. Right? Because we're looking for the third hex digit. Right? Right. Yeah. Okay. That's what it kept on. That one kept on actually getting me. Which IPv6 address represents a global IPv6 address? So global. This is link local. Right here. Right. Yeah. All right. Explain the output of the show IPv6 interface brief. What is true? So we have a link local and we have a unique. All right, unique is FD, represented by FD. Unique and link local. If your ISP or internet service provider assigned you a prefix, yada yada yada, :/56, how many bits do you have to create your subnet? So 64 minus 56 gives us 8, right? Just 8 bits. Based on the exhibit, which two solicited Node multicast addresses will a router create? Given the global unicast address of yada yada yada, what would the solicited Node multicast address be? So it'll be F2 B71. Wait. No, it's going to go to the 88th, 88th, right? 64, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7. What's up by 4, Joe? So we're looking for the 88th digit here. So 64 plus 16, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it going all the way to that one? 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 plus 8, 104. Let's go with this one. I had a feeling it was that one. Yes, all right. So it's the 104th bit. 104th bit. It's funny because I did that too on the calculator. So it's the 104th bit. Let's keep that in mind. So it's always the 100. So global unicast is the 104th bit. 104th bit. So it'd be right here, and then everything else. So this would be FF, and everything else would be binary zeros. All right, based on the configuration below, what would be the assigned link local address? What would be the assigned link local address? We got to do the conversion rate on this. So this would turn into a 2 on the second digit here. All right. Okay. Router R1's FAR 0 interface was up and working and was configured as follows. Okay. Which IPv6 unicast address would now be included in the show IPv6 interface? So what do we got? So we have the link local. Again, this would turn into a 2. So that one. And then this address right here. Okay. Doing pretty good today. What statement is true about the IPv6 unicast routing? What is true about the statement? The command is required to operate IPv6 routing on this device. The command is required for assignment of IPv6 address and interfaces. The command is required to operate IPv6. So the command is required to operate IPv6 routing on this device. All right. Based on the following configuration, what would be the assigned global unicast address? What would be the assigned? Okay. So this would be converted into a 0. Okay. All right. And then we're going to split this right in half. Let's write that out, actually. So the 2, A, 4, B, 3, okay. And then you taking the exam. Hopefully in February, Maradox, but hopefully in February. That's what I'm shooting for it. We just have to get once I get about a little bit more ways through the second book of the official cert guide, because we're actually going to be hopefully finishing the first book this week. Once we get through the wireless, because this is the last part. We're actually on the last part right now of part 1 of the book. This is the. Pull it up real quick. So we're on part 8 of the official cert guide now. And part 8 starts here at 26. Thank you, Maradox Pat. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Yeah, so part 8 starts off with chapter 26, fundamentals of wireless networks. Then chapter 7, analyzing Cisco wireless architecture. And then 28, securing wireless networks. And then building wireless local area networks. So that's the last part of the first book. And then we're finally on to the second book. Make sure you practice IPv6 stuff. Know the ports for puppets, chef, Ansible, and agentless. Know the ports for puppet, chef, and Ansible. Oh, okay. Thank you for that heads up. Familiar eyes with Cisco DNA Center. Yeah, so that's one thing. That's actually a thing I really need to spend some more time with, is the Cisco DNA Center. I really haven't spent too much time diving into that. It's funny because I've spent more time probably with Ansible than I've done with anything else. I've written Ansible playbooks, and I can get Ansible to do most things, but I haven't really spent much time studying the Cisco DNA Center. And I know that's actually part of the second book too, is obviously like quality of services and stuff like that, with Cisco DNA Center and stuff like that. What did that get brought up to? How you doing today, Bubby? You doing pretty good though? There you go. Quality of service. Miscellaneous. I'm actually looking forward to getting into the second book. Know the parts of the header for the Ethernet 6, IPv4, and 802.11. Understanding the traffic passes through Cisco's phone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think in part 2 we're gonna get into some voice over IP. What's up, Muffin? I hate QoS, quality of service. Untagged traffic, for examples. QoS stuff. Yeah. Yeah, quality of service is something I haven't spent too much time with the quality of service yet. That's something that I definitely need to really dig my heels in. I hate quality of service too. Ooh, I can't wait then to get to that part. It sounds like it's gonna be so much fun for me. Oh, did you guys catch these already? So I 3D printed us some switches and some routers here for our little board. Them AF14 whatever cues. Yeah, my plan is to put like little magnets on them. I'm gonna make them bigger, and then when we do whiteboard and stuff, we can put them up on the whiteboard. All right. So, where's was I? Where's was I? Where's Waldo? I say, where's Waldo? Oh, my boy Maradox he just passed his CCNA. What was it last week, Maradox You passed it? Zero. Oh, so this will probably be coloned out, right? Now you're studying for AWS. Woo woo. I'm gonna score a 1100 out of 1,000. Dude, I'm gonna be so like I'm so like I'm still intimidated about doing it. I don't know why I'm intimidated, but I am intimidated. I just don't want to mess. You know what it is? It's like I don't know. It's like I've been working so hard to like. Well, I've been studying for so long that it would just like break me if I friggin' uh, if I fail right out the gate. I'll be so mad at myself. That's our address right there. I wish I could bet $1 million on you passing. Yeah, you know what? You pump me up, Maradox Bat. I freaking love you. Yeah, so that at least that helps me that it's taken me about the same amount of time um to study for this as well. Um and I keep telling everybody like, the CCNA it's a bear of a um it's a bear of a study just because there's so much. There's so much to it. Which is the Juniper equivalent. Is that the Juniper equivalent? See, that's one thing I have never touched yet is Juniper stuff. Anything Juniper specific, I shouldn't. I haven't touched any of that yet. The R1 interface has a MAC address, yada yada yada. What will be the IPv6 address generated by the router if you configure the interface to use the IEV format? If you do the official training, they give you 75% off. They have experience with Juniper, currently work somewhere with all Juniper, so just want to fill in the gaps. Ah, okay. I got you. Do they really expect you to know BGP? And is it really that? Is it easier than the CCNA? I can't believe they expect you to. I can't believe they expect you to know BGP. That's cool. All right, what would be the? All right. La da da, la da 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 da. So we have. Huh. Really? That's interesting to know. And I'm lazy. Well, dude, you passed your CCNA, man. You ain't that lazy. All right. Let's look at what is determined by the output. That's pretty awesome, man. All right. What do we got? Link local, global, address, subnet. And this is where it got me before. Used to hate certificates, but now I kind of love it. Just some structured learning. They're achieving it at the end. Right? Yeah, no. I mean, getting these certificates is it's pretty neat. It gives you like obviously I haven't got any yet, but just so many that we can be going after. Oh, don't time out on me! Don't you dare time out on me! There we go. See, this one was confusing last time for me. This question right here. So it had to do something with the routers running OSPF version 3 and ERGRP. Uh, router is not enabled with an IPv6 unicast address. It is, so we can eliminate that one. The interface will not participate in duplicate address detection. DAD is enabled. Number of DAD attempts 1. No, so it is participating in DAD. The link local address is not using the. What is the. No, the link local is using the UI 64. So this one was like a process of elimination almost, where the router is running OSPF version 3 and the router is running ERGRP. This was one heck of a confusing question because it had to do with the I think it was so it was 6 and 9 right here, 6 and 9, 5 and 6, obviously OSPF version 3, and then ERGRP with 9. Lack structure, but CCNA taught me lessons there. Next time I will study in a more structured way. It was tough. It was pretty tough. Yeah. Like how many hours like Maradox Pet, how many hours a day were you like assigning to yourself? Like how were you structuring your studying? Just out of curiosity. Uh, examine the output from the show exhibit. What is true about the number one shown in the bracket. Administrative distance. Administrative distance. Okay. From 0 to 12 hours. Is that so? So, Muffin, did you find yourself in like a same? So there was sometimes 2 weeks or so where I didn't study, play Fortnite, CCNA, go drink, run, CCNA, play SG Go, try to hack me, CCNA. Man, I miss running. You know, it's funny. This time last year, I was actually getting ready to run the Boston Marathon until I blew up my hip and my friggin' back went out. All right. Refer to the diagram. An engineer is tasked with configuring a floating static route on R1, the fastest path to home to visit my parents for a few days, which messed me up. Then I got back home, just didn't pick it back up. Muffin, you got your Muffin? Did you end up do you have your CCNA? Fastest path to 300. Yeah, all right. So that's where we want to get to. Prioritize over using the administrative distance 10 versus the administrative slower path. Which command would correctly configure the priority route? So we want this route right here over this one, or it'd be that one right there. Oh snap! Who do we get as a follow? I cannot pronounce that name for the life of me, but good looks on that follow. I'll try to. Joe's B something Owski. Good looks on the follow. That's a super long name. Are you gonna jump on that Discord finally, Muffin? You can't. I added a 3D print channel to that too as well. You can take a look at that. All right. So we want to get to the 3000 network. And we want to should be prioritized using distance 10 versus the administrative distance 20, which is slower path. What would be the correctly configured for the lower priority in the app? All right, so we're assigning the lower priority here. So, yeah, right there. Very good. All right. Did we just answer this one? All right. Which command would correctly configure the higher route? Okay, so now we're looking for the higher route. Which we want 10, right? So we're looking for this right here. Going to the 3000 net. All right. Nope. IPv6. IPv6 route. 64. 2002. 10. This one right here. All right. Yep. Yep. All right, let's go with that one. Looking good, baby. When a device sends a router solicitation, an RS NDP packet, looking for a new local IPv6 router, which distance, which destination address would be involved in this request? It'd be a multicast, a solicited node, right? Yeah, it's the solicited node multicast address of the router. That's what we're looking for. Oh, Twitch. Don't start, Twitch. Oh. Wow, Twitch. Oh, come on. Did I lose internet? Ah, come on. What happened? I never freeze. Oh no. Come on, Twitch. Come back to me, Twitch. Baby, come back. What Yeah, it's like I got kicked off of Twitch. What? And, everything's still up on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I can't. Do you see me still? All right, because I can't see. It's like my whole feed went down on my side. I'll keep going. All right. Did it come back? Yeah, it's like it's not. That's weird. Yeah, it's still acting like it's still down. All right. Oh, and I just lost all that. Yeah, just give me a thumbs up in chat if you guys can still see me on there. All right. What is the value of an IPv6 route that indicates all traffic is used in default routes? So we're going with the :/0. All right, refer to the diagram and assume that R1 was configured correctly to perform IPv6 prefix advertisements, and PC1 was configured to use Slack to form its IPv6 address. Which IPv6 message would R1 use to advertise its prefix to PC1? So we're gonna go with advertise. So we want advertise. So Noid advertising. Okay. All right. This is router. Ah. Oh, I said R1. Still trying to figure out what's going on with Twitch all of a sudden. It's saying I'm still live the past 3 minutes. All right, the same. All right, there it is. Is it back? It might be back. Got that wrong. All right, refer to the diagram. Which command? There it goes. We're back. All right, refer to the diagram. Which command could be configured on R1 to automatically calculate an IPv6 address from a prefix learned from the ISP's router? Which command? Which refer to the diagram? Which command could the so that'd be hmm. To automatically calculate the IPv6 address prefix learned by the ISP. Is it auto config neighbor, right? Is it auto config neighbor? I believe it's auto config neighbor on this one. Or is it Slack? Automatically calculate an IPv6 address from the prefix learned by an ISP's router. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging on. That was weird. It just like, at least from my end, it looked like Twitch crashed on me. That was weird. Oh, I'm stumped on this one. If it's auto config neighbor, if it's Slack. And this is the part of this that it talked about this. Address, process, server like DHCP, Slack, simplest. It doesn't give you the command, does it now? Does it now? No, it doesn't now. Let's go with yeah, but it wouldn't be that because go with Slack. That was auto config. It had to be yeah. All right. I was stumped on this one. The IPv6 address auto config command is used to have an interface calculate its IPv6 address using stateless address auto configuration Slack. When using Slack, the IPv6 host will either receive a neighboring discovery protocol, an NDP, router advertisement, or solicit a router to send one using a neighbor discovery protocol router solicitation. This advertisement is used to learn an IPv6 prefix that is being used on a link. The IPv6 host, in this case R1, can then use this prefix to utilize the IUE -64 to form the host ID to form a complete IPv6 address to use on a link. So there we go. So that's the IPv6 address auto config command. All right, very good. And last question. When Cisco's iOS command, which Cisco iOS command would correctly route traffic destined for yada 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 network out of the gig interface? All right. So, nope, nope. Again, only if we were going over a serial link would this work. If we're going over Ethernet, this would not work. So we can eliminate that one. Wrong command. All right. Can eliminate this one. And we can eliminate that one. All right, leaving us this left right here. Let's see how we did on this one. We did all right. Kind of passed. All right. All right. That's satisfying enough. Satisfying enough. So we learned a couple things. So the auto config, so the IPv6 address auto config command that will dynamically, just make sure, that will dynamically assign a interface, an address using the prefix learned using the NDP router solicited messages or the router advertising messages there. All right, to learn a prefix, and then it would use the EUIE-64 to create an address. Okay, so that's one thing that we just learned. All right, so that gives us the review I wanted to do to complete IPv6. So from here now, we're going to go into wireless LAN. Finally, been a long time coming. Don't go down on me, host. Don't do it. I'll have to reboot you again. I don't feel like rebooting you. All right. So, part 8. Woo! Finally, part 8. All right. This is gonna finish this this whole entire book too for us, so pretty pumped up about that. All right, this book began with an overview of fundamentals of local area networks, WANs, and IP routing. It then described Ethernet, local area networks, wireless LANs in some depth over the course of the 7 chapters. This book then meandered through many chapters exploring the many concepts of IPv4 and IPv6 address routing and how to implement those features in Cisco's networking devices. This final part of Volume 1 turns your attention back into the local area network, not to wired Ethernet LAN, but to IEEE 802.11. So you were just bringing this up, Maridoxbat. The 802.11. Wireless local area networks, in other words. Woo woo. So let's kind of put that into our brains. 802.11. The IEEE 802.11 wireless LANs. All right. Let's put those words together in our brains. All right. In other words, Wi-Fi. The 4 chapters in this part of the book lay down the fundamentals of how wireless local area networks work, and then show how to implement wireless local area networks using Cisco devices. Building wireless LANs requires some thought because of the endpoints that use the LANs do not sit in one place and connect via a known cable or known switch port. To explain those details, chapter 26 begins with the basics of how wireless clients can connect to wireless networks through a wireless access point, AP, access point. Okay. After you learn the foundation in chapter 26, 27 takes an architectural view on wireless LANs to discuss how you might build a wireless LAN for an enterprise, which requires much different thinking than, for instance, building a wireless LAN for your home. Chapter 28 completes the three concepts focus on LANs chapters by working through the alphabetical soup that is a wireless LAN security. The fact that wireless LAN clients come and go means that the LANs may be under constant attack as an easy place for attackers to gain access to the network. So wireless LANs must be effectively secure. Finally, chapter 29 closes by showing how to configure a wireless enterprise wireless LAN using Cisco's access points in the Cisco Wireless LAN Controller, WLC. So the wireless LAN controller, WLC, from the WLC graphical interface. All right. So let's take a stroll into chapter 26 here, guys. All right. So network fundamentals, exploring the roles and functions of a network components, access points, describing wireless principles, no overlapping wireless channels, SSIDs, and RFs. Okay. Wireless communication usually involves a data exchange between two devices. A wireless LAN goes even further. Many devices can participate in sharing the medium for data exchange. Wireless LANs must transmit a signal over a radio wave frequency, so RF, radio frequency, to move data from one device to another. Transmitters and receivers can be fixed in constant locations, or they can be... Oh, don't do this to me again, Twitch. What is going on with the stream today? It's going to crash again, isn't it? Today's not my day. This chapter explains the topology that can be used to control access to the wireless medium and provide data exchange. Yep, crashed again. Gosh darn it. I haven't dealt with this many network errors in forever. I don't know if it's the weather today, guys, or what. Yeah, it went down again. Come on, I'm showing I'm live on my phone. I don't know why it keeps crashing on my PC then. Strange. And there it comes back up. All right, back up. All right, very good. All right, let's do this. Do I know this already? Quiz, real quick. All right, wired, Ethernet, and Wi-Fi are based on which two IEEE standards respectively. So what do we got? We got the 802.11. All right, we got the 802.11 and the... Isn't that the same thing? Just repeated? This is a tricky question, huh? I'm going to go with C, 802.3 and 802.11. Devices using a wireless LAN must operate in which of the following modes? A device using wireless LANs must operate in which of the following mode? I want to say full duplex, right? Or would it be half duplex? Would it be half duplex? Because I guess like an access point is nearly. Well, let's just go with C. It might be B. Let's go with C. Um, an access point is set up to offer wireless coverage in an office. Which of the following is the correct 802.11 term for the resulting standalone network? Which of the following is the correct terminology for the standalone network? It's all great questions. These are all great questions. Is it BSA, BSD, BSS, IBSS? Let's go with A. Which of the following is used to uniquely identify an AP and the basic services set it to main? Which of the following is used to uniquely identify an access point and the basic service set it maintains with its associated wireless clients? Which of the following is used? So that's the SSID. Yes, the SSID. That'd be A. Which of the following can be used to provide wireless connectivity to non-wireless devices? Which of the following can be used to provide wireless connectivity to non-wireless devices? Adaptive bridge. Let's go with D. Kind of swing out the fences here, guys, but we're going. Which of the following is not needed in a Cisco outdoor mesh network? Which of the following is not needed in a Cisco outdoor mesh network? Ethernet cable, a wireless work bridge, a backhaul network, a BSS function. So we got lots to learn here. Go with D, I guess. Kind of just swinging out the fences here. Which of the following are frequency bands commonly used for Wi-Fi? It's 5 gigahertz, right? Or is it 2.5 gigahertz? It's probably 2.5 gigahertz, right? Yeah, it's probably. Or is it 5 gigahertz? We'll go with E, 5 gigahertz. Probably getting all these wrong. Which of the following are considered to be a non-overlapping channel? Yes, it's C. 1, 1, 6, 1, 6, and 11. 1, 6, and 11. Yeah. 1, 6, and 11. Yes, C. I knew that one. Ooh. Oh, we're gonna choose 2. I love when it doesn't say choose 2. It wants you to choose 2. All right, what did we get wrong? All right, we got this one right. You are wrong. This is B. That's got you wrong. C. You wrong. This is B. 5. You're wrong. B. You're wrong. B. Woof. Again, with it not telling two answers. Partial credit D. Partial credit D. All right, so on 5 gigahertz, we have 40, 44, and 48. And partial credit on that one. So we have E and D, so 2.5 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. All right, and then Ethernet cabling to each access point. Workgroup bridge. BSSID. Okay. And BSS. 2 half duplex. Ooh, so it is like a hub, huh? Running half duplex. All right, we got pretty beat up on that one. All right, comparing wired and wireless networks. In a wired network, any two devices that need to communicate with each other must be connected by a wire. That's obvious. The wire might contain strands of metal or fiber optic material that run continuously from one end to the other. Data that passes over that wire is bound by the physical properties of the wire. In fact, the IEEE 802.3 sets the standards defining strict guidelines for Ethernet wired itself, in addition to how devices may connect, send, and receive data over the wire. Wired connections have been engineered with tight constraints and have few variables that might prevent successful communications. Even the type and size of the wire strands, the number of twists that the strands must make around each other over a distance, the maximum length of the wire must adhere to the standards. So there's lots and lots of standards for wire. Okay, and that's all governed by the IEEE 802.3. Therefore, a wired network is essentially bounded media. Data must travel over whatever the path, wire, or cable takes between the two devices. If the cable goes around a corner or lies in a coal, the electrical signal is used to carry the data. Must also go around the corner, around the coil, because only the two devices may connect to the wire. Only those two devices may send or transmit. Even better, the two devices may transmit data to each other simultaneously, but they each have a private direct path to each other. Cool. All right. Wired networks also have some shortcomings. When a device is connected by a wire, it cannot move around very easily or far before the device can connect to the wired network. Before a device can connect to the wired network, it must have a connector that is compatible with one end of the wire. As devices get smaller and mobile, it just is not practical to connect them to a wire anymore. All right. As the name implies, wireless networks remove the number of tethered to a wire or cable. Remove the need to be tethered to a wire or cable. Man, let me open a window, guys. Extremely hot in my room. Put some fresh air in here. Fresh air. All right. All right, where were we? Wireless data must travel through free space without constraints and protected of the wire. In the free space environment, many variables can affect the data in its delivery. To minimize the variables, wireless engineers' efforts must focus on two things. Wireless devices must adhere to common the IEEE 802.11. So wireless devices must adhere to the common standard, the IEEE 802.11. Wireless coverage must exist in the area where devices are expected to use it. Okay. As you study for the CCNA 200-301 exam, keep in mind that the exam is geared more toward a functional view of wireless technology. More detailed topics like RF characteristics, antennas, performance, and so on are reserved for the implementing Cisco Enterprise Network Core Technologies Encore, okay, 300-400 exam. So the Encore exam, all right, Cisco's Enterprise Network Core Technologies, okay, that is the Encore exam. All right, that's another big one, guys, that we'll have to be looking into the future for. All right, wireless LAN topologies. Wireless communication takes. Just make sure this hasn't timed me out yet. We're doing pretty good still. Somebody jump in, huh? Oh, snap-a-doo. Just want to make sure that I didn't shut down. All right. Wireless LAN topologies. Wireless communications take place over free space through the use of radio frequencies, RFs, signals. The theory behind RF signals can be complex and is described further in the radio frequency overview section in this chapter. For now, just assume that one device, the transmitter, sends RF signals to another device, the receiver. All right, as shown in the figure, the transmitter can contact the receiver at any time, and all times, as long as both devices are turned on to the same frequency or channel, and use the same scheme to carry the data between them. That's all sounds simple, except that it is not really practical. The full leverage wireless communication data shown travel in both directions, as shown in the figure. Some devices use sometimes device A needs to send data to device B, while device B would like to take a turn to send at another time. Good. Bidirectional communication, unidirectional communication. Because two devices are using the same channel, two phases in the preceding sentence become very vital and important. Take a turn and send at one at each other time. All right, become vital and important. Take a turn and send at another time. With wireless communication, if multiple signals are received at the same time, they can interfere with each other. The likelihood of interference increases as the number of wireless devices grow. For the example shown, 4 devices tuned to the same channel, and they might and what might happen if some or all tried transmitting at the same time. All right, so we have some interference going on here. Interference from simultaneous transmission. All this talk about waiting turns and avoiding interference might remind you of a traditional non-switched Ethernet LAN where multiple hosts can connect to a shared media and share a common bandwidth to use the media effectively. All the hosts must operate in half duplex mode so that they try to avoid collisions. And if other transmissions are already in progress, the side effect is that no host can transmit and receive at the same time on the shared medium. So we're thinking like we're connected back on hubs and stuff like that. So same type of theory. So collision domains. A wireless local area network is similar because multiple hosts multiple hosts can share the same channels. They also share the airtime or access to that channel at any given time. Therefore, to keep everything clean, only one device should transmit at any given time. To contend for use of the channel, devices based on the IEEE 802.11 standard have to determine whether the channel is clear and available before transmitting. So note, the IEEE 802.11 wireless local area networks also are always have duplex, because transmission between stations use the same frequency or a channel. Only one station can transmit at any time, otherwise collisions occur. To achieve full duplex mode, one station transmission would have to occur on one frequency while it receives over a different frequency, much like full duplex Ethernet links work. Although this is currently possible and practical, the 802.11 standard does not permit full duplex operation. Some amendments to the standard do provide a means for multiple devices to transmit on the same channel at the same time. This is beyond the scope of this book. Okay. All right. At a very basic level, there is no inherent organization to wireless medium or an inherent control over the number of devices that can transmit and receive frames. Any devices that has a wireless network adapter can power up at any time and try to communicate. At a minimum, a wireless network should have a way to make sure that every device using the channel can support a common set of parameters. Beyond that, there should always be a way to control which devices users are allowed to use the wireless medium and methods that are used to secure the wireless transmission. Okay. Basic service set. The solution is to make every wireless service area a closed group of mobile devices that form a fixed device. Before a device can participate, it must advertise its capabilities and then be granted permission to join. The 802.11 standard calls the basic service set. So the basic service set, the BSS, the basic service set, calls this the basic service set, the BSS. At the heart of every BSS, so the basic service set, is a wireless access point, AP. So the basic service set, BSS. All right. As shown in the figure, the AP operates in a non-infrastructure mode, which means it offers the services that are necessary to form the infrastructure of the wireless network. The AP also establishes the basic service set over a single wireless channel. AP and the members of the basic service set must all use the same channel to communicate. All right. Very good. Very good. Man, I think that just thinking Twitch crashed on me twice like that. Because the operations of a BSS basic service set hinges on the AP. The BSS is bounded by an area where the AP signals is usable. This is known as the basic service area. So the BSA, the basic service area or cell. In the figure, the cell is shown as the simple shaded circle area that surrounds around the AP itself. Cells can have other shapes too, depending on the antenna that is connected to the AP, and on the physical surroundings that might affect the AP signal. The AP service as a single point of contact for every device that wants to use the basic service set. It advertises the existence of the BSS so that the devices can find it out and try to join. To do that, the AP uses a unique BSS identifier, the BSS ID that is based on the AP access point's own radio MAC address. Okay. Note, recall that the wired Ethernet devices each have a unique MAC address that sends frames from the source to the destination over the layer 2. Wireless devices must also have unique MAC addresses to send wireless frames at layer 2 over the air. All right. In addition, the APs advertise the wireless networks with a service set identifier. So service set identifier, so SSID, service set identifier, which is a text string containing a logical name. Think of the BSS ID as a machine readable name tag that's uniquely identifies the BSS ambassador. The AP and the SSID are non-unique human-readable name tags that identify the wireless service. Memberships with the BSS is called associations. A wireless device must send an association request to the AP, and the AP must either grant or deny the request. Once the association and the device becomes a client of the 802.9 station, man, where was I? We're gonna have to stand up for this one, guys. Let's do this stuff first. Doing some stuff in Packet Tracer today. Oh. Whew. I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden. Won't you forget about me? Won't you forget about me? Won't you walk on by? And won't you walk on by? we just configured an access point with our ISP router here. And we're generating addresses via DHCP uh, via wireless. Very good. Very good. And so that's up and running. Where we at? Where are we at? All right. Forgot about that. Duplex. All right. The solution makes a closed group that forms around fixed devices. Before a device can participate, it must advertise its capabilities and then be granted permission to join. The 802.11 standard calls the BSS. At the heart of every BSS is the wireless access point as shown in the figure. The AP operates in the infrastructure mode, which means it offers the services that are necessary to form infrastructure to a wireless network. The AP also establishes the BSS over a single wireless channel. The AP and the wireless members of the BSS must all use the same channel to communicate properly. All right. Because the operation of the BSS hinges on the AP, the BSS is bounded by the area of where the AP signal is used. It's usable. This is known as the basic service area, the BSA or cell. Cell is shown as a simple shaded circular area. The centers around the AP itself. Cells can have other shapes depending on the antenna connected to it, to the AP, the physical surroundings that might affect the AP. Okay. The AP serves as a signal point of contact for every device that wants to use the BSS. It's advertising the existence of the BSS so that devices can find and join it. To do that, the AP uses a unique BSS identifier, the BSS ID, that is based on the AP's own radio frequency. All right, let's stand up, guys. Concentrate a little bit more on what we're doing. Hard time all of a sudden concentrating. Ooh, stretch out. Ooh. The rain keeps falling down, down. Cameras. That's good. We need to change our scenes now. Oh, I lost a follower. All right, let's clean up the whiteboard. Oh, gosh, that's a second. All right, let's dive into wireless, guys. All right. So move things around a little bit, get my blood flowing again. Sometimes when I sit too long, it gets stagnant, and I have to get my body moving again. Wake me up. All right, the AP serves yada yada yada. All right. Now recall that wired Ethernet devices use each have a unique MAC address that's to send frames from the source to the destination over a layer 2 network. Wireless devices must also have a unique MAC address that sends frames at a layer 2 over the air. Okay. In addition, the APs advertise the wireless networks with the self-set identifier. So the self-set identifier, so the SSID, self-set identifier, which is a text string containing a logical name. Think of the BSSID as the machine readable name tag that uniquely identifies the BSS ambassador, the AP, and the SSID as a non-unique human-readable name tag that identifies the wireless service. So, basic service set. So we have the basic service set ID, the self-set, the service set, basic service set identifier. I did not ask Siri for anything, buddy. All right. So we just have some terminology that we need to keep in mind. So we have basic service set identifier. We have service set identifier. Uniquely readable human tag. Okay. Memberships with the basic service set is called the association. All right. A wireless device must send an association request to the AP, and the AP must either grant or deny the request. Once associated, a device becomes a client, or the 802.1 station, the STA station, the 802.1.11 station, STA, of the BSS, the basic service set. What then? As long as the wireless client remains associated with the basic service set, most communications to and from the client must pass through the access point, as indicated in the figure, by using the basic service set identifier as the source destination address. Data frames can can be relayed to and from the AP. So the basic service set identifier. So if we're looking at packet register, what would be the basic service set identifier on these ports here? Or does it not have? See, it has SSID as default. I guess we're gonna have to wait till we get down to the show commands to take a look at where that's gonna come up at. All right, let's keep it moving. Traffic flows within a basic service set. You might be wondering why all client traffic has to traverse the APs at all. Why can two clients not simply transmit data frames directly to each other and bypass the middleman? If the clients are allowed to communicate directly, then the whole idea of organizing and managing BSS is moot. By sending data through the AP first, the BSS remains stable and under control. All right. Note, even though data frames are meant to pass through an AP, keep in mind that other devices in the same general area that are listening to the same channel can overhear the transmission. After all, wireless frames are not contained within a wire that connects to a device to an AP. Instead, the frames are freely available over the air. Anyone that is within the range to receive them, if the frames are unencrypted, then anyone may inspect the contents. Only the BSSID values contained within the frames indicates that the intended sender or recipient is the AP. Okay. Distribution system. Notice that the BSS involves a single AP and not in no implicit connections into a regular Ethernet network. In this setting, the AP is its associated clients make up a standalone network, but the AP's role at the center of the BSS does not just stop for managing the BSS. Sooner or later, the wireless clients will need to communicate with each other with other devices that are not members of the BSS. Fortunately, the APs can also uplink into Ethernet networks because it has both wires and wireless capabilities. The 802.11 standard refers to the upstream wired Ethernet as the distribution system. So the distribution system for the wireless BSS, as shown in the figure. You can think of an AP as a bridge with the frames from two dissimilar mediums, wireless and wire, are transmitted and then bridged at layer 2. It simply turns the AP in terms, the AP is in charge of mapping the virtual local network, the VLAN, to the SSID. In the figure, the AP maps the VLAN 10 to the wireless local area network using the SSID mine network. Clients associated with the mine network SSID will appear to connect to the VLAN 10 here. Distribution system supporting a BSS. Concept can be extended so that multiple VLANs are mapped to the multiple SSIDs. To do this, the APs must connect to the switch by a trunk link that carries the VLANs. In the figure, VLANs 10, 20, and 30 are all trunked to the AP over the DS. The APs use the 802.1q tag to map the VLAN number to the appropriate SSIDs. For the example, VLAN 10 is mapped to SSID. My network VLAN 10 is mapped to your SSID, your network, and VLAN 30 is to SSID guest. Ooh. All right, so this is pretty much splitting up, using an access point to split up VLANs via the SSIDs. This is what at least I'm understanding. Supporting multiple SSIDs on one AP. All right. In effect, when a AP uses multiple SSID, it is also trunking VLANs over the air, and over the same channel to wireless clients. The clients must use the appropriate SSID that has been mapped to the respective VLAN. When the AP was configured, the AP then requires a multiple logic AP, one per BSS with the unique BSS ID. With Cisco's APs access points, this is usually accomplished by incrementing the last digits of the radio's MAC address for each SSID. Okay. So it's the last digit. Even though an AP can advertise and support multiple logical networks, each SSID covers the same geological area. This reason is that the APs use the same transmitting, receiving antennas in general, and the channel for every SSID that is supported. Be aware of one more misconception, though. Multiple SSIDs can give an illusion of scale, even though wireless clients can be distributed across many SSIDs. All those clients must share the AP's hardware and must contend for airtime on the same channel. Okay. All right. Extended service sets. Normally, one AP cannot cover the entire area where clients might be locked or located. For example, you might need wireless coverage throughout an entire floor of a building, hotel, hospital, or larger building. To cover more area than in a single AP can do in a day. What did I say that for? Single coverage. You simply need to add more. The APs spread out the geologicalness. Okay. When APs are placed at different geological locations, they can all be interconnected by a switch interface. The 802.11 standard calls for an extended service set. So an extended service set, so that's the ESS, so the extended service set as shown in the figure. The idea is to make multiple APs cooperate so that the wireless service is consistent and seamless from client perspective. Ideally, any SSIDs that are defined over one AP should be defined over the APs in the ASS. Otherwise, it would be very cumbersome and inconvenient for a client to be reconfigured each time it moves around into one VLAN, respectively. Notice that in the cell figure 26-8 has a unique BSS ID. Both cells share a common SSID, regardless of the client's location. With the ESS, ESS is the extended service set ID. Yada yada will remain the same, but the client can always distinguish one AP from the other. It's just doing the same thing. Okay. Let me go grab some more seltzer water real quick, guys. Drink. All right, let's continue on. So I must have grabbed a access point that I can't do that. Won't you forget about me? Won't you forget about me? I'm just trying to figure out what I'm trying to look at. What I'm trying to figure out is how they're generating these multiple, at least where they're coming up with these BSS IDs. When I'm looking over here, I can't even, unless I'm looking at this all wrong. That would surprise me. I've been known to before to look at things all crazy like. Let me just grab the book real quick, guys. Two, one. Drop everything. Wireless LAN controller. So that's might be where I'm going wrong. Yeah. Oh, the book has it. Let's do something like this then. We'll see. Wireless LAN controller. Switch. Do we even need a switch? I don't think we even need a switch. We might need a switch. Fix some connections real quickly. Let's see, this can't be it. Hmm. No, it is. I'm just trying to understand. Just trying to understand in my own head how this is going to, I guess, work.
And we'll make a couple of just VLANs. We'll say VLAN 10. VLAN 20. That's good enough. Then let's make some connections real quick. These two devices actually kind of like start over again. Make two. Let's make two more. Let's do PHCB pool 10. So my button doing stuff again. Network 10.0.10.0 55 0 default router 10.0.10.1 P pool 20 network dot 0.20 dot 0 55 0 default 10.0.20.1 exit. Right, base. Zero, and then we're gonna hit this with the no IP address dot 0.1.1 0. Hit it with the IP address now. Dot 0.1. But 2.5.0. That's interface gig 0.0.1. Cap Q div address 0.1.1 5 2.5 0 shut Alright, now let's do the interface. Gig 0-0. 10. Encapsulation dot P10 address 10.0.10.1 0 base gig 0.0 20 cap dot Q 20 address 0.20.1 5 5 have we have those in there. Okay. We got them trunked. All right. Hmm. Jumping over myself over here, trying to figure out how to use these wireless LAN controllers. Pretty sure it's just like, I'm pretty sure I didn't even have to do what I just did on that router. That's probably just a waste of time, honestly. It was probably a waste of time. I think it was actually a waste of time. Yeah. I think it was. I think it was. I think it was. Pretty sure it was. Pretty sure it was, Captain. This is how you do it. Would I also have to trunk on that other one too? Oh, this is where it gets slightly confusing, guys. So I wouldn't even need this thing to do this. So if I just go right here and I just trunk. I don't even need a wireless freaking LAN controller because then, I mean, this should work. You know, I don't know why I'm trying to overcomplicate this for myself. I guess I'm just trying to be hard on myself right now. Beat myself up. The problem is, like, how do you control? I got the right IP address, as we can see. Same thing here. So we got the right IP address again for where we were going with it. You know, and then I should be able to. I don't know what PC run. So 10 dot 0 dot 10 dot 2, right? Will it not be able to ping that one? Oh, there we go. So there's our successful ping right there. All right, we're cool. Something over here. Desktop. And dot 0 dot 20 dot 2. All right, so there we go. So I mean, I just got to figure out how to use that wireless LAN controller. I mean, you guys just saw right there. I mean, we're using two APs and pretty much doing like the router on the stick topology, but with APs. You know what I'm saying? But again, how do you control? How do you control what gets picked up by what AP? That's the question that I'm trying to like. That's why I was trying to implement that wireless LAN controller. Like, how do you control that? Like, because I want to see that. I want to see that that SSID, the BSID, and all that information. It's just not, unless I'm looking at things wrong, not seeing that information. Because this is what I want to see. That's what I wanted to see under these APs, but I can't. And I think that's where the wireless controller comes into play with that. Look at something real quick, guys. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's good. Good news. Just got it back, guys. Just got some good news. I'm happy. All right. All right. In effect, when an AP uses multiple SSIDs, it is trunking VLANs over the air. Okay, cool. And over the same channel to wireless clients. The clients must use the appropriate SSID. The clients must use the appropriate SSID that has been mapped to the respective VLAN when the AP was configured. That AP then appears as multiple logical APs, one per BSS, with a unique BSSID for each. With Cisco's APs, this usually is accomplished by incrementing the last digits of the radio's MAC address for each SSID. And that's what I was trying to take a look at to implement, is what they're talking about right there, with multiple, pretty much using a single AP to host multiple VLANs off of just generating, well, using the multiple SSIDs there. All right, even though an AP can advertise and support multiple logical wireless networks, each of the SSIDs covered in the same hold on, guys. Can you just go check on him real quick? Knocking everything down a little stuff. Crazy dogs howling outside or something. I don't know. All right. Even though an AP can advertise and support multiple logical wireless networks, each of the SSIDs covers the same geological graphic area. The reasons is that the APs use the same transmitter receiver antennas and channels for every SSID that it supports. Beware of the misconception, though multiple SSIDs can give the illusion of scale, even though wireless clients can distribute across many SSIDs. All those clients must share the same AP's hardware and must contend for airtime on that same channel. Okay, I understand that. It's pretty much saying, like, even though yes, you can create multiple VLANs and host all that, it's just you're all competing for that single AP's hardware. Extended service sets. Normally, one AP cannot cover the entire area where clients must be located. For example, you might need wireless coverage throughout an entire floor of a business, hotel, hospital, or large building. To cover more than one area than a single AP cell can cover, you simply need to add more APs and spread them out geologically. When APs are placed at different geological locations, they can all be interconnected by a switched interface. The 802.11 standard calls this extended service set extended ESS, shown in the figure. The idea is to make multiple APs cooperate so that the wireless services is consistent and seamless from the client's perspective. Ideal, any SSIDs that are defined in one AP should be defined on all APs in an extended service set. Otherwise, it would be very cumbersome and inconvenient for a client to be reconfigured each time it moves into a different AP cell. Notice that each cell in the figure has a unique BSS ID, but both cells share a common SSID. Regardless of the client's location within the extended service set, the SSID will remain the same, but the client can always distinguish one AP from the other. Okay. But the BSI, it looks like the MAC address. It looks like a MAC address. How's that? All right. In the ESS, a wireless client can associate with one AP while it is physically located near that AP. If the client later moves into a different location, it can associate with the different nearby AP automatically. Passing from one AP to another is called roaming. Keep in mind that each AP offers its own BSS on its own channel to prevent interface between the APs. As a client's device roams from one AP to the other, it must scan the available channels to find the new AP in BSS to roam towards. In effect, the client is roaming from BSS to BSS and from channel to channel. Independent basic service set. Usually, a wireless network leverages APs from organizations for organizations' control and scalability. Sometimes that is not possible or convenient in an impromptu situation. For example, two people who want to exchange electronic documents at a meeting might not be able to find a BSS available, or might want to avoid having to authenticate to the production network. In addition, many personal printers have the capability to print documents wirelessly without relying on a regular BSS or AP. The 802.11 standard shows two or more wireless clients to communicate directly with each other with no other means of a network connectivity. This is how this is known as ad hoc, all right, wireless network, or an independent basic service set. So IBSS, independent basic service set, as shown in the figure. This is for this to work, one device, one of the devices must take the lead and begin advertising a network name in the necessary radio parameters, much like an AP would do. And the other device can then join as needed. The IBSS are meant to be organized in an impromptu, disruptible fashion. Therefore, they do not scale well beyond 8 or 10 devices. Okay. All right. Other wireless topologies. Wireless APs can be configured to operate in a non-fractional mode when a normal BSS cannot provide a functionality that is needed. Yeah. Okay. The following sections cover the most common modes. Repeaters. Normally, each AP in a wireless network has a wired connection back to the DS or switch infrastructure. The extended wireless coverage beyond a normal AP cell footprint. Additionally, APs in their wired connections can be added. In some scenarios, it is not possible to run a wired connection to a new AP because of the cable distance is too great to support Ethernet communication. In that case, you can add an additional AP that is configured for a repeater mode. A wireless repeater takes a signal, it receives and repeats and retransmits it in a new cell area around the repeater. The idea is to move the repeater out of the way from the AP so that it is still within range of both APs and the distant client as shown. So it's just repeating the signal to extend the signal pretty much. Okay. Extending the range of an AP with a wireless repeater. Right. If the repeater has a signal retransmitted in receiver, it must operate on the same channel that the AP is using. That can create the possibility that the AP signal will be received and retransmitted by the repeater, only to be received again by the AP, having there you go, that's another word I can't say. The effective throughput because of the channel will be kept busy twice as long as before. As a remedy, some repeaters can use 2 transmitters and receivers to keep the original and repeated signals isolated on different channels. One transmitting and receiving pair is dedicated to signal in the AP cell, while the other is dedicated to signal in the repeater's own cell. All right. Now I'm kind of like beating myself up that I couldn't get this. Let's go back to the camera view, guys. Knocked down. I couldn't get that. Couldn't get that topology to work. Let's take a look at what I was kind of doing wrong. Wireless devices.
Still not gonna work. Still not gonna work, man. Freelance. Okay. Base gig. One. Switchboard. Access. 10. Interface. Gig 3.1. Switchboard access. 20. And interface. Gig. -1. Switchboard. Mode. Trunk. And then do show interface. Trunks.
I have one more interface off this. Let's just do this then. Thing. Wireless LAN controller. Hmm. I'm really stumbling the football today, boys. So AP group. Say 10. 20. Yep, so then, unless the wireless LAN controller is acting like a router, I don't think it is. It could be. Still don't think this is gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work unless I set up multiple interfaces on that router. Alright, let's do it anyways. You know what? Not gonna hurt to alright.
I'm actually like shooting for the fences on this one, guys. I don't think this is gonna work, but what? It ain't gonna kill you to try, right? That's what I thought. It wasn't gonna work. I knew it wasn't gonna work. It's to that access point all the way over there. Hmm. Man, these wireless LAN controllers they're eluding me right now on how to implement them. I can't even get to like the. I'm probably going about this all wrong. Most likely I am. I wouldn't be surprised. If we give the SSID the net 10. Hmm. Yeah, so now it's not even. I'm using that SSID that I configured on that VLAN, right? Net 10 would be that SSID, right? Mm-hmm. Unless we're going about this whole. Goes again. It does not like that very much. Oh, I didn't even switch my scenes over, did I? I'm here.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't get it. I got the SSID place, right? AP groups. Each access point can belong to an AP group. Huh. Seeing a connection now. But it's some crazy IP address. I mean, we are connected. You can see we are connected. So far, we got that, right? But this is not right. It is because
Now again, would I have to? Would that still require the router to be considered with would be configured with multiple? What did I do? You walk on by. Let's do this interface. Big zero. Q. 10. See if this works. Still getting that bogus address. Again, there's such a simpler way I can do this. I'm just trying to use this wireless LAN controller. It does not like me. Instead of me. Let's just do this then. since obviously this DHCP server does not want to work on this thing. Well, I just don't know how to use it yet. Let's just do like this then. IPv6. We actually just gave out an address. Well, look at that. Oh, well, look at that, boys and girls. Oh, we did it. And look at that. Oh, we did it. Alright, I'm starting to slowly understand this now. That's good. And we're set up on the right access point. Alright, I'm getting it now. Obviously, I didn't get the DHCP service on the wireless access controller. I don't understand. I don't understand that. Because you cannot. There must be another way to go about that. Alright. But so far so good. So we're able to, so by identifying, we identified the VLANs correctly and stuff like that, and the SSID. Hey, you on your way home? Okay. Let's go slow. Alright. I love you too, baby. Snowing where we're at right now, so the wife needs to drive a little slow to get home. All right, so we got that. So we understand. So pretty much the SSID, and then the VLAN identified where we were. So access point 3 we configured with the SSID of net 10. All right. Then we also gave that same identifier to the laptop. So if we go over here, go into the port, we gave the SSID of net 10, and then on the PC here, we gave it the SSID to fall under net 10 as well, making the connection to this access point. this access point knows where it should be, what VLAN it should be in, and whatnot. Very good. Again, the only thing that I could not figure out was this right here, was the DHCP server that's on these wireless LAN controllers. I mean, I could have. See, I guess there could be a way I could do this. And that's setting it up with the IP helper command. But that would have to be then configured on the switch. And then I would have to turn that to a multi-layer switch then. Don't want to do. Which I just don't have the energy to do right now, at least. Alright, so we got that. Very good. Alright. That's cool. I'm kind of glad we labbed this up. Again, this is why labbing it up is so important for me. So I can understand all the terminology that these things are using. Sometimes these things just like they make your mind hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think this is actually a good place for me to stop. So we don't get too far, I guess, too far into it. Again, unless there's some other wireless, unless there's another access point inside of here that I can have multiple, because this is only allowing for one, right? Yeah, that's only allowing for one SSID. There must be another multiple, there must be another one in here. I just have to take a look at it. But again, I think this is a good spot for us to stop for the night, and just absorb some of this knowledge in. All right, so let's do this. Let's go back there. Let's save as save it as one. And here we'll upload this onto the packet tracer. Labs. That. We're just gonna say first wireless LAN. Okay. So again, guys, if you want, this is up on the Discord now. Okay. You guys can take a look at it. All right. And we can close. I can close this out on here. Put Discord there. Exit and log out. Yep, sure, save. I can exit out of here. I can shut down my VM. So that VM's gonna shut down. Let's go over here. Play some music. Who is streaming right now? Who's streaming? Let's say hi to. Who's not I guess we can go say this guy right here. So let's go say hi to this young man.